Hey comic book fans, my nerdy friends, and my geeky compadres, what's going on? It's Thursday, that means it's in-depth review time. I went through and tallied up all the votes, and the book I'm going to review today is... 2! It's never happened before! 2 books in one day, in one video, in-depth. Here we go! Okay, first we're going to start off with Constantine #1. For a #1 issue, I really like this book. I really got the feel for who Constantine was, and I didn't know anything really about him in the comic book world before I read this book. I mean, I saw that Keanu Reeves movie however many years ago, I think it was like 10 years ago, and I really kind of liked him there. He was kind of like just a pretentious ass in the movie, and he's kind of just a pretentious bastard in this one. So he's following it pretty good. So we start off, looks like he's coming out of a bar or something, and he's just talking about like magic in general. I know in the movie it was more like religion based, but the book is more magic based. So he's talking about how there's magical artifacts out there in the world, and like the wrong people getting a hold of them, so he has to be the one to go out and get them before they do, so nothing terrible happens in the world. So he's just kind of explaining all that, and you get a whole lot of like backstory and idea on him as a character just in the first couple pages. So you go on, and we find out that he's, I guess, like, he's kind of been taking care of this guy Chris for a while, is what it is, the feel I got for it. He's just Chris. It seems like he gets these sick feelings, but it's like somebody's possessing him and telling him where magical artifacts are at. And Constantine like takes him through this shop that apparently Constantine lives at, and there's like all this magical stuff hanging around. There's dogs all over the place, you know, animal skulls and stuff. And he's just like taking him down there. That's where he lives, I guess. And so Chris kind of goes into this fit, and you see in this frame his like eyes start glowing, and he's marking down on a map where this magical artifact type thing is at. And meanwhile he's saying some really random things. The needle burns prey in... he's talking about this thing called Croden's compass. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, but he's talking about a compass that the compass itself is magical and like points to more magical artifacts, I guess. So what I took from it is Constantine really wants to find this compass. And I kind of took that maybe Chris's powers don't really work all the time, so this compass would be a lot more useful for Constantine. But he's trying to keep it out of like evil people's hands, I guess. And so Constantine, he's not a superhero, nothing like that. So he rides coach class in a freaking jet to go find this compass. And while he's on the plane, this stewardess tries to give him a drink with poison in it, and he acts like he realizes that the poison's in there, and he acts like he's gonna be sick. So he heads to the bathroom, and she follows him, and she's saying, "The cold flame burns, Constantine. You are moments from death." And he's like, "Well, guess what? I actually didn't drink it." He throws her into the bathroom, and then she like says some stuff in her crazy, freaky language, and she like explodes. So it was like kind of like the magic version of a cyanide pill, I think. And something kind of funny that happens is Chris isn't feeling so hot flying, so he's like, I need a drink, and he goes to grab Constantine's drink, and Constantine's like, you don't really want that, it'll knock you out pretty quick. So it was kind of funny. And so the place that Chris pointed to in his like possessed state is this hotel. Oh, what is it? Did they say where it was? I don't remember. Norway. It's in Norway. This snow/ice hotel in Norway. And Constantine is just kind of like, okay, let's find this. You were talking about the needle burns. And so they're searching for this needle. And Constantine, he goes into the first stop in the hotel was the chapel. So he goes into the chapel and he just... I'm not entirely sure what it is that he smashed. I don't know if it's the candlestick that actually broke or if it's... Oh, it looks like the... Never mind. I see it now. He breaks like the ice altar. You can see the altar right there. But he smashes it with the candlestick. And when he smashes it, Chris kind of like... He's like, wait, something's happening. Something's going on. And then he kind of gets possessed again, it looks like. But he's saying, Sargon. So Sargon the sorcerer, Constantine starts talking about him. Now, something I know, this is a little bit of comic book knowledge for y'all. I read that that old Justice League book that I had, they called upon Sargon the sorcerer. I found out that he made his first appearance in 1941. So this is really kind of a throwback to an older, much older DC character and his storyline. So it talks about him getting together with these other four, and they create like this, like kind of like a magician, like a powerful magician group that got corrupted. And so Constantine's talking about that whole thing, and you get some backstory, and then you find out that it's not Sargon the sorcerer, it's his daughter that's there. And she's got this like magical binding crushing spell on Chris, and she's like, Constantine, give me the needle or I'm gonna kill your friend. And she's like, this is gonna kill him in minutes. And she's actually doing like a countdown on it. She's like, you got 5 minutes to give me that needle. And he starts pulling something out of his coat, and she's like, your little tricks aren't gonna work with me, your little artifacts aren't gonna work on me, you can't get rid of me. And Constantine's like, look, I'm not giving you the needle, this isn't happening. And he pulls out this, it looked like a pocket watch to me. Let's see it right there. It looked like a pocket watch. And she says, you have 5 seconds to give me the needle. And Chris is freaking out saying, John, please help me. And he uses this pocket watch to just disappear. He leaves his friend with this sorceress who's like crushing him. He leaves, and she just murders that Chris guy. So that's where him being just a miserable bastard comes in. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe he just let his friend die. But I mean, you kind of understand, because you can't have powerful evil sorceresses having parts of this compass. There's 3 parts of the compass: the needle, the lens, and another part I can't remember off the top of my head. It's like the housing or whatever. But so she follows Constantine, and she's trying to kill him, and he just runs away, and he calls somehow he calls upon all these taxis to show up in Norway. I think he used some sort of magic to bring them all there and like throw her off, and he disappears. Like you see, there's a whole bunch of Constantines in all the cabs. So he did some sort of magic, and he just runs away. And she was yelling at him, saying, "You're gonna pay for this." And he's like, "Sure, one day I will." And he's like, "Sorry, Chris." And that's the end. The end is it's just like, man, really? You just let him die? There's no way he's coming back. But yeah, that Chris guy is gone, and Constantine has the needle, and that sorceress is following him. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. A lot of people I talked to said that they didn't really like the art, and I kind of get that. I kind of understand. At first, it was throwing me off a little bit, but as I went through it, I thought that it just it worked. You know, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a good book, and you should pick it up. Sorry, I got Captain Cummins going on right now. What's up, Cap? And next, we got Harbinger number 10. Now, for anybody who hasn't read Harbinger, it's kind of like that TV show Heroes, where everybody can not everybody, but certain people can develop superpowers, and they're all different. And if you put that show in with, Uncanny X-Men, like Cyclops is going around trying to recruit people to be in his mutant army, it's kind of like that. You got this kid, Peter Stanchek. He is he's like a super powerful scion, or what do they call him? He just has like psionic power. So anything he can do with his mind, it's difficult to explain, I guess. Like, if people are psionic, they can use their brains to use their powers. And he is the most powerful. He's actually, in previous issues, turned powers on in people. So in one of the books, they explained that it's like a switch. He can go into their brain and turn on the switch, and they have a superpower. One of the people that he did that to, her name is Faith. She's the blonde there. And he turned on her power, and she can fly. Well, in issue number 9, he kind of put together this band of rogues, I guess, that there's 4 people with him. Faith can fly. There's a guy that they just met. I think his name is Torkelson. They call him by his last name. He turns from a scrawny little guy into this big, huge, beefy, bulky dude. It's I kind of got the feeling like the Hulk-ish, but not a huge, massive monster, just a big dude. And there's this other girl. Oh man, I forget her name. But she can manipulate fire. Incredible CJ, you should like that. It's one of your superpowers that you wanted. But she can manipulate fire. And then he has just a regular girl with him. And she is just kind of like this crush he has. He's always liked her. And he kind of did some crap to her life, and she's following him around. It's hard to sum up 9 issues into like 2 minutes, but that you kind of get the gist. So they're on the lam. They're running away from the guy on the cover here. Harada is his last name, and he has like a school for psionic people to train them and hone their skills, and he uses them in like an evil way, is what you're supposed to understand. So Peter broke out of the school, and now he has his friends with him, and they're out on a lam. But at the end of issue number 9, they got caught up by some of Harada's men, and everybody but Faith got caught up. And they were holding Peter in this, like, drugged state where he couldn't use his mind to break free or talk to anybody or anything like that. Faith was flying and flew down and is saving him in the first couple pages of issue 10. And she gets the headgear off that he was all drugged up on, and he can't really focus at all to use his mind. And so she knows that there's other like soldiers out there, and they're coming in to break in to the like trailer where they're keeping him. He's like, look, put the electrodes on, take the actual like the machine, turn the machine off kind of, so it doesn't really mess me up and I can build up my powers, but we're going to be captured. I'm going to be captured for a little bit. You go out, fly around, but just kind of keep tabs on us. So the soldiers end up taking Peter and putting him in this like helicopter by himself and like containing him here so he can't move. And they think that he still has the headgear on and it's working, so he can't use his mind. And they put the other 3 of his friends into another carrier, and they take off, and Faith follows them. Peter is talking to this guy, his name is Tull, and him and Peter have had past dealings, and Peter never hurts him or anything like that. He just wipes his mind every time that he sees him to run away. But being contained, Peter has a doctor check on him, and Peter implants an idea in the doctor's mind to steal the gun from one of the soldiers and shoot at the containment unit. So pretty much Peter's free, and he uses his mind to just destroy everybody in the helicopter except for the pilots, because everybody in the helicopter has helmets on that. Wow, this is really difficult to explain. All the soldiers have helmets on where you can't. They're like blocking helmets. He can't get into their minds and have them do what he wants, except for the pilots. The pilots have regular helmets on, so he can tell them, look, just fly straight, don't call it in, nothing happened, we're all perfectly fine. And the pilot's like, okay, yeah, sounds good. So Peter telepathically talks to Faith, tells her to break into the other helicopter to free the others, and so she does, and when she breaks in, the girl that he has a crush on, her name is Chris, helps out and starts grabbing guns and shooting everybody. And she shoots the other 2 containment chambers. Like I said, Torkelson and, God, I can't remember that other girl's name. I'll find it in here somewhere and let you know. But they get free and they start just beating the crap out of guards. And Torkelson just rips this dude's arm off, and it's just awesome. I love it. And meanwhile, while all this is going on, you see Peter like talking to himself, being like, I can't believe I ruined everybody's life. This is crazy. When we get through, I'm gonna like kind of run away and let them live their lives. I'm not gonna put anybody in more danger. And so while he's talking, one of the pilots turns on like the self-destruct protocol on the helicopter that all the others are in, and Peter's like, you need to get out of there, they're gonna blow you up. And because he heard it, he heard the pilot of the second helicopter say that we're putting our airship on self-destruct mode. And he's like telling Faith, get out of there, you have to jump. So everybody just jumps out of the plane. Faith can fly, so she goes after everybody. Peter jumps from his plane that explodes, and he jumps to save Chris. Because he's you know what? He's like the kid in Heroes that just gets everybody else's power. He just has just a ton of powers. So he's flying. And, oh, the girl that can manipulate fire, her name is Charlene, because Faith is yelling Charlene. And so she uses her manipulation of fire to, like, fly, kind of, to cause herself to fly. But she's kind of new to the power, so she, like, crash lands and bounces. And she can't put the fire out. She just can cause it, kind of. And he's fallen and just hits the ground, big explosion, and puts out the fire. They kind of make a joke about it. And so now they're free of the soldiers. They're running away from the crash site because they don't want to be found. They don't want to be found, and they come on this road, and Peter's like, he's like a Jedi. He's like, we have to take your car. And they get in the car and go to a hotel. So they get in a hotel and they're kind of laying low. And Peter's just like, you know what, guys, this isn't fair to you all. You guys should just get away from me. We should break off. I don't want you guys to get in any more trouble. And they're coming to find me. They're not coming to find you right away. They'll be after me. So I'll draw them away from you. And he kind of steps outside and is thinking, and everybody else is thinking, and Peter just decides that, yeah, this is it. I'm going to go in and tell them that I'm leaving for sure, and we're going to break up, and everybody gets into their uniforms, symbolizing that they're joining him, and they kind of, that's where it ends. They all are just together. That's it. So it's just a really good build-up because next issue is the start of the Harbinger Wars, where I believe, from what the covers look like to me, Valiant is getting Bloodshot involved in the Harbinger Wars. It looks like Harada is calling him somehow. I don't know anything about Bloodshot at all, but I'm interested, and I'll definitely be picking up Harbinger Wars for sure. But yeah, Harbinger issue 11, I think these are the covers. So Harada somehow gets Bloodshot involved. This is the first issue of Harbinger Wars here. Bloodshot looks like he killed everybody, and then Bloodshot number 10 also is part of the Harbinger Wars storyline. So I'm really interested to see how that's going to be. I love this book. I think it's a great story with a great run. So yeah, if you haven't started that, I know there's a trade out there. Collects issues 1 through 5. Go pick it up. It's $10. That's what got me into Saga. Just saying. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's running really kind of long for one of my videos. I'm at 23 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate all of you. I really, really do. I love this community. I love you all. That's it. I'm not going to be doing my lightning round review on Sunday this week. If I'm lucky, I might be able to get around to it on Monday night. I will definitely try my hardest to get that up, but I'm actually moving into another house this next week. So, and I'm out of town this weekend. Tomorrow I'm going about 5 hours north, and so I'm not going to be doing anything up there either. I'll just be kind of chilling and relaxing with my family, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, so I will do my best to get something up for you guys on Monday. If not, I probably won't get my back issue review done on Tuesday either. I will definitely do my haul video on Wednesday, and you all can see what I picked up. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for accepting me into this community of great people. And thank you very much to all my friends that I've made. Yeah, it's awesome. So I'll check you guys later. Bye.